Well, congratulations. You made it through the first week of class. All right, and you are embarking on the first full week, the second week on the calendar. This week there's, again, a lot of activities going on. Available to you right now already in the content section. Week 2 are videos and PowerPoints for Chapter 4 and for the interview module. Chapter 4 has 3 pieces, 4A, 4B, and 4C, and you're going to want to get on those really early this week because there's an activity that needs to be turned in by next Sunday, the 16th. So the more days that you have to work on that, the better off you are with it. So look at the PowerPoint and the videos for 4A, 4B, 4C early in the week, Sunday, Monday time frame, and then also look at the video where I talk about how you go about creating your job description. There's a PowerPoint, there's a Word document, out there that I give you the format that I want, and you're going to want to open up that document and type into it, trying the best you can not to change any of the type sizes or fonts or bullets or spacing or things like that. Where I've got like a bold heading and then a little paragraph underneath it that describes what that thing is, highlight that paragraph and type over the top of it so that the headings remain the same and the fonts remain the same and all that kind of stuff. Each of the little headings will give you an idea of what goes in that section. Make sure, for full credit, that you look at the rubric that goes along with it and that you include something that makes logical sense in each section of the job description. You will work on the job description by yourself and you'll submit it with no help from anybody else whatsoever. I will look over them next week after they all come in and I'll give you some feedback on it, and at that point you want to get with your partner, not before then, but after I've given you feedback on yours, and then the two of you will want to kind of put yours, hook up somehow, put yours side by side, pick out the better parts of the two and create a third document that's a merger of your two. And then one of you will email it to me to get my thoughts. That has to be, your draft of it and your partner's draft of it have to be in by next Sunday. And then next week you can work on consolidating it. So make sure that you've got 4A, 4B, and 4C videos done early on. Go ahead and take quiz number 2, which opens after you've looked at all 3 of the videos. And then go ahead, after you've started working on your job description, go ahead and start looking at the interview videos 1 and 2. And by the end of this week, probably not before Saturday, but on Saturday, you want to create a document where you give me some information on how the process is going with your job description, what's been challenging, what's been really frustrating, what's gone pretty easily, and what you think that you still need to do before it's supposed to be turned in on Sunday. That's this week. Next week, looking ahead, the job description is due by 11:59 p.m. on Sunday. So you've got all of this week, the entire weekend, including all day Sunday. And then next week, you're going to have the third of the 3 interview videos, and then quiz number 3 that covers all 3 of those videos. At that point, you'll have a good idea of what kind of questions to ask in your interviews and how to go about creating a matrix. But you're still going to want to watch the video that goes over how to create those things and give you some ideas on what to do to make those things happen. Also next week comes available Chapter 6 videos. There's 3 parts there, 6A, 6B, and 6C. You'll want to watch those videos, look at those PowerPoints next week, and take the quiz, which opens up after you've looked at the 3rd video. One other thing that you need to do this week is look at the Update to Call 1 assignment Dropbox, because in the middle of next week, on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have a video collaborate conference call with me and hopefully about half of you in that class. It may be that you join on a Tuesday night and your partner joins on a Wednesday, or both of you join on the same day, either Tuesday or Wednesday, but ideally everybody in the class either joins the call on Tuesday the 18th or Wednesday the 19th. They're going to be from 9 to 10 p.m. That's what works best for my schedule. I don't have time in the summer schedule to try to get a feel for what works for you. So I apologize if you typically get to bed early and get up early. 9 o'clock is when I need to do these calls, so that's what we're going to do. In those calls, we're just going to kind of, first of all, check to make sure our technology works, but we're also going to talk about what's going on with the job description and answer questions about the question set that you're developing and the hiring matrix that you're developing. And then also at the early part of next week, you're going to want to go ahead and make your appointment with ProctorU for Exam 1, which is Friday the 21st, Saturday the 22nd, Sunday the 23rd, and Monday the 24th. You got an hour, 60 minutes to take that exam once it starts. But to avoid any kind of fees other than what you've already paid in your access code bundle, you're going to want to make an appointment at least 3 days in advance for when you want to take it. So that's this week, that's next week. This week, Chapter 4A, 4B, 4C. Start working on your job description, take Quiz 2. Go ahead and look at Interview 1 and 2 and give me an update at the end of the week on how you're doing with your job description. Next week, the job description is due, and you're going to start looking at the videos or finish looking at the videos for your questions and matrix. We're going to do an update video conference call. You're going to take quiz number 3 and 4 on interview block and chapter 6 block, and you're going to take your exam at the end of the next week. So like I said in the very first update video, an awful lot happens really quickly in this class. It's a great class in fall or spring because you spread it out over 17 weeks and it's not so cram-packed. But I believe you can do it. If you stay on top of things, you'll do well, and it'll be a good experience for you. Let me know, again, if there are things that I need to be talking about in these quick little videos, and I'll see if I can address those for you. Have a good week.